Okay, I think I got everything going here. You people have to let me know if you can hear me and if I'm too blasted loud, but I don't believe I am. I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. Kind of a little bit into the yellow, not bad. But good afternoon. Welcome to the Rick's Tech Pub. It's another show that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My name is Rick, the host of Rick's Tech Pub. Uh, boy, I have had issues today. And I know it's our parking lot got closed because it's being resealed, recoated, whatever. I am trying to get it through the local post office's head that the packages that I have that are going to be delivered need to be stopped until at least Sunday. I went down to the post office twice. Could not get her to understand that. Says, what do you mean being resealed? Why is your parking lot being closed? It's like, I just told you. So she gave me the annex number to the post office. I called them. I let the supervisor know he's in the same boat. He's not understanding what I'm telling him, so I said, well, can you possibly just delay any packages besides the one that I got today? Is there any way you can delay the packages from showing up? Because they won't be able to get into my parking lot. He said, at this point, I doubt it. He said, maybe a day earlier notice. And I said, we just got the notice yesterday that our parking lot's being closed. Yesterday afternoon. And he said, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. But, all right, fine. So I did get one. I've got two other trailers, bike trailers showing up. I got a couple other things. They're gonna possibly now not show up. Like, I think with this guy, the annex, the supervisor there, I think he either canceled all my orders or he's got them on a permanent hold, which, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I suppose tomorrow I can go back down to the post office and see if I can get her to make any kind of sense out of this, but she's gonna be of no help. So, hey Darren. Hello Ken. Hello Tony. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Mine's been kind of frustrating. I've been trying to get out of the building and trying to get down to the post office, which I did get there, but as they're resealing the cracks in the parking lot, and that's when I came back, the guy pointed his finger and said, "You can't be in the parking lot." Like, I know, but oh my god, I'm kind of, I don't know what to do. But I've got two. One that's kind of expensive. I've got those two trailers showing up. They may not get here at all. And they may just say fudge it and return it to sender. Return it back to Amazon. Because I'll get a notice. My phone, it'll say unable to deliver. Well, they won't give a second. At least here in Brainerd, they won't give it. They won't take a second chance at it because they don't know how long this parking lot resealing is going to go. So, if at all, that's my luck that I'll have, and they'll just return it. And I'll have to call Amazon, and oh my god. So I've just kind of been chasing my tail on this whole situation for the last 4 hours, and I've gotten nowhere. I was waiting for them to call me back on my phone. I got nowhere. I don't know. This is starting to become a little bit disgusting as I've, yeah, we got rain showing up again. Only 20%, no thunderstorms, but That's the other issue I'm having. I'm supposed to be going out somewhere today, and they've got the front doors of my building taped off. It says no entry, so I can't go out the front doors. I suppose I'd have to go out the side door and walk out down to the post office tomorrow and try this whole argument thing again. Say I got a delivery coming on the 7th. I don't think she's going to be of any help, so. I was just going to touch and drop my cap. Just going to kind of go back on this Microsoft thing. The market share is starting to show more people going back to Windows 10 than 11. Although I suspect that'll change. I think people are just being a little skittish over this recall, Copilot, and a bunch of other things that I don't know. I don't think that a lot of them understand that if you have Home, you don't have to really worry. But it's the Pro version that everything's, I think, partially enabled, not fully. But on Home, I know you guys have to tell me if I'm right. But if Home doesn't have any of the stuff like the other stuff that encrypting or whatever they call it. There's hey Heather, head stash. Hello. So I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of crap going on with Microsoft. I guess people have kind of got the fluke that they're going to go back to Windows 10. At least that's what market share is saying. And again, I think that'll change. I think it'll, the closer we get to October, at that point, people are going to have to make a decision. Either keep Windows 10 and get support for another year, which I wouldn't suggest doing, but you can do what you want. It just seems like a lot of shenanigans going on with the controversy over Windows 10 over Windows 11. I've had no problems with Windows 11. I don't know about you guys, but it's working fine for me. And why am I so zoomed in? Bigger than hair. God, having a bad hair day. I didn't comb my hair. So, but yeah. Other than that, I don't know much, guys. I really don't know. Yeah, I haven't got any messages yet. As some of you know, I had a few issues on my Tuesday's live stream. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen again. But so far, it looks like things are going fine. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to do and I can't. I think I got another cable, but this one too here does not feel like it's 16 feet. This feels like it's 8 feet. I don't know why they can't. I don't know why they can't get it right. Maybe they don't have what I need, and they're just sending what they think they need to. But I think this. I'll have to look after the look. Well, I could probably do it now, but I'll probably do it after the live stream and look to see how long this cable is, but this don't feel like it's the length that I'm needing. I really don't know. I have to look, like I said, after the live stream. I'll take it out and take a look at it. Get out my measuring tape and measure it, see if it is the length I need. Otherwise, it's going to go back in the bag, back to Amazon. I don't know why I'm having so many issues with that. But I know this is not... Yeah, that's not the length. It's only one small little... I don't know. And it's not. It's not saying the length of it. I don't know. I'll have to look later, but our weather here is starting to kind of turn to gray skies and a little bit rainy. It's not raining yet. It won't be like that live stream I had a couple weeks ago where the sirens went off. That had me just a little nervous. But the funny thing is, when 2 days later, in my local newspaper, they said there was no tornadoes reported. So I'm guessing they sent the sirens off just a kind of a warning that the thunderstorms getting to the point where you really shouldn't be outside. And that sign was just kind of saying, get inside. This weather is going to get nasty. So we didn't have any tornadoes, but I tell you that was a little nerve-wracking. I always get a little nervous when the sirens go off. Besides their normal once a month testing they do, which they just did that, I think. Was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I think they do that on the first or second Wednesday of every month. They test the sirens. It was nice and sunny and calm winds, so I don't think anybody hit their panic button. It was like, oh my god, here we go again. They were just testing the sirens. Okay, Tony, I'll let you know. Probably after this live stream, which probably gonna cut it off at 1:45. I don't got that much to say today. You guys will have to do the question and answering, because really I got nothing to tell you, got nothing to say. Although, God dang it, I wish I had those trailers here. It's really kind of disgusting that I didn't get those trailers, but on these tires, these axles are bent. So I'm gonna have to take them over to the bike shop and see if I can order some new axles or whatever these things are called. And these okay, come on, get up there. This part, this spindle or whatever you call it, I need to take that out. There's some C clips in here, and I just take the clips out, and the axle or whatever comes out, and I'll see if Brian Moon over at the bike shop can order me a new set of that, or he may just tell me to order a whole new set of tires, rims. He may not want to just try to replace that. He may just say, no, replace it. Which is what everybody does around here. They don't fix it, they replace it. I mean, nobody around here fixes anything. From the smallest problem to the biggest, they'll say, nope, we're not fixing it. We're going to replace it. Wasn't that more expensive? Yeah, but that's what we do. We're not going to fix that. So I'm hoping he doesn't tell me that, and he says, yeah, he's got the parts for it, and he'll give me the parts, and I'll come back home and put them in. But yeah, Chris Titus utility tool. Yeah, I was just watching him last night. I was watching one of his playlists that goes on, show after show after show and show. So it went on for, I don't know, went through 4 shows while I was sleeping. All of his live streams are about 2 or 3 hours. I've learned a couple of things with Linux and Windows. He was talking about something last night that I was kind of listening to, like, really? I didn't know that. But I've been kind of reluctant to use his tools because people have kind of told me not to. They say, yeah, be careful of that. It's, some people have said, on the internet, that's not what he's doing, so be careful in using that. But I don't know why it wouldn't be, but I'll have to somehow send him a message and see what exactly that all entails. I know he's showing how to use it, but that's a third-party utility tool, and yeah, that's exactly what I say. Be conservative. Yeah, and this is kind of a warning to people. If you're going to be playing around with services in the registry, be careful. Especially with the registry, you can brick your system just by taking their advice, and then you can try doing what they do. Yeah, I'd be very, very careful. Like Health Stash is saying that be conservative, be careful. Think about it 2 or 3 times before you do anything, because I don't want you coming back at me or someone else saying, well, you told me to use this tool, now it broke my computer. I didn't tell you to use it. I said, if you're going to do that, that's not a part of me. I'm just saying that that's what Chris Titus's Windows utility is. But yeah, like it's being said in chat, be very careful about that. Don't tell anybody that I told you to do. I'm telling you, if you're going to do that, be careful. I'm just putting that out there. I've had so many people that have tried working on their computers themselves, and the next thing I'm getting a call. And I tell them, what's the problem you're having? Well, they tell me, and it isn't making any sense how that happened. And so I ask, like, what did you change on the computer? What, you had to have changed something for that to happen. Well, somebody told me that if I go into think, oh my God, here we go. Somebody told you. Well, yeah, he said he did it a bunch of times, no problem with his, but I tried it and it broke his computer. And I say, yeah, stop taking other people's advice. And the other thing is, I'd always get that person's phone number or their address, so if you try what they told you to do, you can call them back, and most people won't do that. I mean, there's a few that will, but I wouldn't risk it. It's not worth playing that ball game. I've told people that a lot of times, that they bring me a computer and they say, well, it's broke, it's doing this, and it's like, okay, this doesn't sound like a software issue, but it sounds like a hardware issue and something got changed. Well, yeah, I went into the registry and I disabled that, then I went into service and I shut this thing. No. Oh. 2 hours later, after wrestling with their computer, I call them back and I say, I've got it fixed, but keep your nose out of the registry. Well, I didn't know it would break anything, but well, you do now, don't you? I said, yeah. There's some people I can convince not to play with it, but people that come back with the same problem over and over after I've told them, quit playing with it. But this guy said it would fix it. You do this again, you're going to be finding someone else to fix your computer, because I'm not going to play this game. That ends it. They won't do it. You and Bob and Nate and all the other guys, they've told them the same thing. If you're going to on purposely keep messing with your computer, like a lot of other people have said, just leave it alone. If your computer is working fine the way it is supposed to, and it is doing what you want it to do, why get the curious thought in your head thinking, yeah, but that guy changed something on his computer, I wonder if I can do that? Don't. I mean, there are the good people out there that give you good advice, and you probably take their advice, but for the general population telling you to go into your registry or your services. That's not a habit you want to get into. And I've never had a single issue with my computers. You want to know why I don't have any issues? Because I don't play around with it. I just do what I gotta do, and I leave everything else alone. I don't go in the registry. I don't go into services. I don't change a lot of things. I just add the few programs that I need to use, and I leave it at that. I leave everything else alone. But, you know, some people, they just can't get it through their head. They say, well, this guy did that. I'm going to try it. And next thing I know, my phone's ringing. Oops, sorry. This desk is too crowded. Too crowded. So I'm going to have to move things. So, Health Stash, where do you, what state do you live in? I'm kind of curious about that. Tony and Ken, I know where you guys, but Health Stash, what state you from or what country? Curious mind wants to know. I'm trying to figure. Oh, Head Stash. Sorry, I'm not understanding your name correctly. Keep thinking there was an L in there, and there isn't. I was calling you Health Stash. It's Head Stash. Yeah. Well, I got one person to tell me. Anybody else? Apparently not. And also, Heather, I think you told me before, but I forgot. This is Colorado. Okay. I've always wanted to visit Colorado. I know there's a lot of nice things I've heard about Colorado. Yeah, deep loaded. Colorado. Yeah. Ed Stash, you still with us? Ah. Yeah, I think I remember you saying that before, yes. You were in Canada. Yeah, I know there's a certain people out in the world that are trying to turn your country into the 51st state. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that's going to happen. From England. It's always nice and exciting to have people from out of the country, out of the United States. It just kind of amazes me the technology we have nowadays that can allow us to talk and chat with other people from the opposite side of the planet than what we're from. I really don't like this camera. So I try to go one way and it's wanting me to go, yeah, I'm kind of distracted today because I'm trying to figure out this postal problem that I've got. Because I got other packages coming, but I probably have to call that supervisor back or whoever, and this time I'm going to try to pound it into his head that these packages I've got have got to get stopped till at least Sunday. Because our parking lot opens again on Saturday afternoon around 5. I'm kind of worried about it because I don't want to lose track of those trailers. But I have a feeling that's exactly what's going to happen. It'll get returned to Amazon. Last time something got returned to Amazon, I didn't get my money back. Because they said package was, I think the first one they said undeliverable. But below that, it said delivered. But the first sentence before that, it said said it was delivered, but it was the second or the first sentence said unable to deliver. But then below that, it said delivered. Well, once they saw it was delivered, once Amazon saw it was delivered, that was the end of the road. I never got my money back on that. But I think if they're just doing the striping and not closing down the entire parking lot, which it doesn't look like they are. I thought they might, but because they didn't put the cones out in front yet. But I'm kind of afraid tomorrow they will. And they're all painting the handicap signs on the parking lot and doing the yellow stripes between the car parking spots. Hopefully the rain holds off so they can get that done. If they get everything done today and everything dries, I don't think the parking lot will be closed as long as they want it to be. I think this people that are doing the parking lot work will just reopen it probably tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. But if it's closed all the way up till Sunday, then I've got a problem. England. Did Wintermute ever walk in? Did he ever come in here? I don't see him. I don't see William. I don't see a couple other people I was hoping they were going to show up. Nope, he didn't. Okay. Well, dang it. He asked me on Doug's show this morning if I had scheduled a live stream. And I told him that I hadn't gotten to it yet, but by the time I did get to it and I got it scheduled, I went back in there. The show had already ended, so I was hoping maybe he would have seen it, but apparently the live stream was closed, so I don't know if he got the message or not. Or the notification. I sometimes these notifications just don't work, which is super irritating with YouTube. They have got to get that straightened out. But I've been seeing that for years. YouTube, you need to straighten out your notifications because it's so messed up. A lot of them I don't get. I don't get that little number at the top, the bell notification. It doesn't work on mine. And if YouTube had a person I could talk to about that and tell them to get it fixed, which would do no good because they would just ignore me. Oh, he was going to redirect me. Okay. Well, that's good. Hoping these live streams that I'm doing start picking up more traction. Then I get a few more people coming in here. You don't have to have the technical mind. I'd like to have people that have the technical mind with computers, but you don't have to. We can just sit here and shoot the breeze like we are today. But if you got any technical stuff you want to talk about, that's perfectly fine with me. I may not have all the answers, but I'll take a stab at it. What I normally do with my job, though, is excuse me, is I'm a computer builder. And like I've said over and over and over, I know people are getting tired of me saying this, but I'll show you again. Just to get the point through some of you people that have heard it but may have forgotten. Really? You're gonna get in my way like that? I am more of a hardware guy. I'd rather play with this stuff and the memory stuff all day long. I really don't like doing software. I mean, I can somewhat install Windows 11 somewhat correctly. I just hit the setup, and I just let it go from there. But as anything else with software, trying to understand software crap, I'm sorry, I'd rather avoid it. I'll play with the hardware stuff all day. That's what I do. I'm a computer builder, not a software engineer. I just don't like getting into it, which is why I asked for help on all the software stuff on my computers. And some people snap at me and said, "Well, I thought you were a computer guy." No, I'm a computer builder. That is it. Oh, then you wouldn't be able to help? No, I wouldn't be able to help you. No, take that for what you will, but I mean, I do go out to different places and I work on some of their computers, but really, I leave it up to Bob and those guys out there. If it's software related or especially networking, oh my god, networking. Oh, the number one nightmare I have is wireless networking. I've never, ever had luck. Really? I hope this is not what I think it is. No, okay. I'm just not a networking guy for wireless. Wired, I can do, but that also takes a little bit of configuration. I can somewhat do it. I mean, give me a couple of hours. Hate this. Over here, over there. Yeah. You know, just give me a longer time than necessary, and I'll get it figured out. And I know the one thing you're not supposed to do is call somebody and ask them, how do you do this? Because it looks unprofessional, but I've had situations where I get stuck between a rock and a hard place. And if I stay there long enough, I'm just banging my head against the wall, I'll call Nate or Bob. I say, can one of you guys come over here and help me with this? Because I'm just going in circles. I can't get anywhere with this. Chasing my own tail. I said, yeah, where are you? I give them the address. I said, yeah, give us 10 minutes. We'll be there. They come over. They get in there and bada bing, bada boom. Done. Like, how'd you do that? You're just missing one thing. One little click is all I took. And it took him a while to find it. It's like 5 minutes, but his 5 minutes compared to my 50 minutes of trying to fix it and not getting anywhere. He comes in within 5 minutes. Boom. Fixed. How did you do that? So, yeah, I'd rather build computers all day. You know, put in hard drives and memory, CPUs. I mean, I do a little software stuff, but email migration, I hate doing that. I mean, I can do it, but I've had to call Mike. You know, Mike and Carrie, they used to have their show. I've had to reach out to Mike because he knows how to do that email migration real easy. And I've had to do it, and I got hung up, and I just texted Mike and I said, what am I doing wrong? he looks at what I've got, and I take pictures and I send it to him, and he says, well, for one thing, you're doing it backwards. What you should do is do this instead, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I did what he said, and it worked. But I don't like network stuff. It's just anything else I can do, but wireless networking or sometimes wired networking depending, especially that office on Oak Street, the three floors, which is now the Educational Service Center. Oh, and I was just in that building almost a month ago. Ugh. And I had everyone there. I had Mike, Dan, Bob, Nate. I had them all there because I was not going to spend the next God knows how many days it would have taken me to string the wires from upstairs up to third and try to do the signal testing. That Bob took care of all that because he has the equipment for it. He has little tools, and he came in and said, I can test the wires, see if we're getting a good signal. Well, you do what you gotta do, I'll do what I gotta do, and we'll see if we can get out of here before midnight. I said, yeah, we'll be out of here before midnight. 11:45, we left. We'd gotten there 4:30, 5 o'clock. So it took us quite the while to iron out all those problems. I mean, a lot of wires we replaced. Some things we just kind of covered up and forgot about it. We terminated a lot of wires because they got a lot of old wires there that just don't need to be used anymore. What is my main topic? Main topic for today? Anything? Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm just doing fill-in until somebody comes up with a question or has a statement they want to give. But usually, you see, I need to find more projects to work on. And I just don't have any right now. Don't have any computers to build, which probably for the summer, I probably won't. Because everybody's on vacation. Everybody's forgotten about their computer problems and say, we'll worry about it in the fall. When the college starts up, when the schools start ramping up again, that's when all four of us get phone calls. They'll call me, it's like, you available to build 2 or 3 computers? Like, yeah. But that probably won't happen until mid-August. It won't be happening for a while, but I need some work to do on this place. I need to... Yeah, remember how I told you guys I was going to get rid of this thing? This couch, whatever you call it, love seat, rocker, recliner? I was talked out of doing that. Someone told me, they said, don't get rid of it. Because who else is going to sit on anything when they come to visit you? You've got no couch. They've got nothing to sit on. Well, I would have fixed that because I would have gone out and got a couple more smaller recliners or chairs. But they said, no, you can't do that. Got a family member that's kind of controlling and wants to overtake the situation, and then they did. They stopped me. Well, this rocker recliner thing, it's broken. It's got a, I'm wearing the wrong shirt today. Sorry, guys, for not being professionally dressed like I'm supposed to be. Before my live stream started, I had just gotten home. And, I thought it was like 5 to 2. Like, I ain't got time to change clothes. Next time, I'll have a better shirt on. I was just out running around today. Like I said, back and forth to the post office and trying to get things done, and I completely forgot about the shirt I was wearing, and I walked in the door, and it was 5-2. It's like, I ain't got time. Because I had to do setup on my OBS and YouTube to get the live stream started. So, next time, I'll be better dressed. Maybe next time we'll have a little bit of a haircut. Which I've been wanting to get done for a while. I keep putting it off. And some things I am a procrastinator. I know it needs to be done, but 2 months later. But I really need to stop doing that. But I've been saying that for a while. I need to stop being a procrastinator and get things done. Nope, hasn't happened yet. There's things I really do need to get done. But this is one of the projects here. This hard drive. I need to get this stuff off of here. I need to get my so-called little server thing going. It's got the 16 terabyte. I still don't have that running. Because nobody has been able to tell me how to fix it. And I've had my other 4 techs that actually work for me. I don't work for them. They've looked at it and they said, you've got the entire wrong setup. You can't do it this way. And I said, well, I was told I could. I said, no, you can't. So they walked away from it, said, just leave it under the desk, leave it unplugged, because you can't do anything with it. Not that kind of setup. So it's just been sitting there under the desk and not doing anything. I'm hoping somebody, someday, somewhere in the United States can kind of help me through that, kind of get it going, because I need to get the information, the videos off my computer in the other room, and the videos and everything on this one, which I have a lot of my movies on here. Probably not the smartest place to put them. What I may have to do, being that I can't transfer the videos through the network, I might just have to get a USB flash drive or one of these drives for put the videos on here, then plug it into that computer and transfer them that way, because I can't transfer them from the network. Every time I've tried, it comes up with some kind of username pass, which is not supposed to happen. Because Bob looked at it, I took him right up to that point, and I said, yeah, but my problem is, and I hit the next button, here comes this warning. And he said, that's not supposed to happen. You've got something configured wrong, because it's not supposed to be asking you for that. But at this point, they're looking at, and again, it's a network issue. I've had the same problem over in the office, trying to get their network so they can send information to one computer to the other. I just automatically take out my phone and I call Bob. I said, they've got network issues up here. Yeah, thank you for the likes, people. Much appreciated. Suppose I should start paying attention to chat instead of jaw yakking. The Retro Repo, hello. Lady Gilius. Yeah, Lady Gilius, yeah, I am kind of comfortable, but I'm just kind of nervous about the problems I had in the last live stream, which don't seem to be happening today. Hello, yes. William Dawson, hello. You finally showed up. That's good. So, we got about 15 minutes, guys. Anything you guys want to throw at me? I'm kind of slowly running out of words. What is SEM or SEI? I'm not sure what. Oh. William Dawson. Okay, you're talking. William, you're talking French to me. What the H are you talking about? We'll talk about it after the live stream here in 15 minutes. Something disabled in my whatchamacallit. SMB is disabled in the Windows current version. Okay. You've lost me, but okay. It's not hard to throw me out of the boat, but you just did. A network file sharing protocol that allows applications, one computer. Well, yeah, you'd have to point me out to that, where the hell that is. I've never dug into that, but I've heard of it before, because I know Bob and Nate, they've told me they've had to change that setting. They've actually had to reverse from what it was doing. And they tried disabling it, enabling it, and they came up with another problem. After they turned that on, it created another problem, so they just went down the ladder of problems. Ended up being a 18-step process. Because after they started disabling everything and enabling other things, it caused another problem. So they had to go fix that. It is, like I said, I hate networking. Especially trying to do this kind of crap. It never called Mississippi. No, thank you. Oh, yeah, there's more people I need to reach out to and give them my low-down situation, because it hasn't worked in the last 2 months. I'd like it to work, but I get that close, and it just gone. Ah. But I'm not. Oh, and that's the other thing I need to. We need to work on is doing the window share. So when I show you guys something on the internet or my network, you guys will be able to see it. Okay, where's the fire department going? There's just a bunch of things I need to have looked at on this thing. It ain't working like it should. And I've chased my tail on this enough that I said screw it. Let somebody else deal with it. Let them remote into it with me sitting here. Someone that's kind of at the professional level or knows what the H they're doing. And it's not going to just be anybody and everybody. There's only going to be maybe 1 or 2 people that I pick that's going to remote into my computers. Because even Bob looked at this whole thing, and he looked at it, he's like, you've got this all set up wrong. Like, well, I know I do, but when he said, yeah, for me to look at this, that's $75 per computer. I said, forget it. I said, I got people on the internet that I can get free advice from. He said, I wouldn't do it that way if I were you. Because people are going to send you down the wrong, they're going to send you down the wrong route. That's the second fire truck that left. Is it the tanker? Yes, sir. That's the tanker that just left, so they've got a fire or something going on somewhere. But anyhow, we had a couple of minutes left here, and I think I'm going to close it. I just need to get around the situation so I can get all the files and everything off these 2 computers and have it all on that one. But like I said, I've been just chasing my tail, and then the other techs in my area came and looked at it. It's like, well, yeah, we could fix it, but $75 for a computer. 75, 75, 75, 75. So I got 4 computers. And I'm not going to pay that kind of money. I'm just not going to. It's just too, there's no reason to be that expensive with things, but That's what Bob told everybody. He says charge him 75 per computer. He'll stop his bullcrap of messing with it. He's kind of critical of people. He's critical of everybody. I mean, he's nice, but when you have these kind of problems, they just charge him an arm or a leg, a couple extra toes, and he'll learn to quit messing with things. Well, I never messed with it in the first place. I went from point A to point B, and I got stuck in the middle. He said, that's why you don't do this kind of stuff. You go back to doing your computer billing that you're good at, leave the rest to us. Okay. But I don't want to do that because that's going to be way too expensive. And he's giving me a price break. I said it could be what I normally charge people is $90. 90, no. But I don't want the $75 either, so... have I talked long enough? Yeah, I think I have. Alright, chat. Okay, thank you, Ken. Yeah, Heather, one thing that I do plan on doing with those 2 trailers that I hope I get, I hope to start I've already kind of got it going. I just have other people doing it because I don't have a way of doing it. Is doing a courier service through my bike, and that's why I'm getting the 2 trailers so I can load up the 2 trailers. See, they're going to be 2 separate trailers. But I'm gonna take the back of one trailer and connect the front, and we're just gonna weld 2 together, and then put a support bracket on the bottom and the top, and just kind of weld it all the way around, so it has some sturdiness. I think with those 2 trailers, I forget how long I'm gonna be, but it's gonna be quite long. It's gonna be. But I plan on doing grocery shopping with that and picking small things up. And someone asked me the other day if I can go out to some store and pick up 2 batteries. And the guy was willing to pay me. He was going to pay me $20, $30 some dollars. But I had to tell him, sorry, I don't have the trailers yet. He kind of got pissy at me and he said, well, that means I have to go get it myself. Like, I'm sorry. I am working on it. I'm looking at getting 2 trailers, but now I've ordered them. I don't know if I'm going to get them. It's my major concern. That's what I do plan on doing once I get the trailers here. I take it over to Brett's house, and we're going to piece them. See, the problem, the other thing about those trailers that I don't like, which I might take both of those 2 new trailers and strip the paint off of them because they were power coated. English. There goes another fire truck. They were powder coated, and that stuff just chips off. It just breaks off. So I'm gonna have to spend some money on that and get them professionally painted where they can put it into a oven. They'll spray paint it. However they do their spray painting, and then put it into an oven and bake that stuff on there. Because if I take it outside and paint it, it's gonna look like crap. I need to do several layers of paint, but I need someone that's got an oven or however they do that and cure it faster, and it'll look a lot better than what it's gonna look like if me and Brett do it. But I gotta get the trailers here first. That's my biggest problem. My biggest concern is deliveries this week because they shut down the parking lot. Bad timing. See, I ordered the trailers, today's Thursday. Tuesday. Wednesday afternoon, they had the notice on the door that the parking lot's going to be closed. The upper lot and the lower lot. The parking lot to my building and the upper lot where they have the overflow parking. Both parking lots going to be closed. No entry, no leaving. So I don't see our parking lot empty like it is now. Looks kind of different with no cars in it. But they haven't exactly stopped everybody from coming in and out yet. But I think they're going to as of tomorrow. They're gonna put the 3 cones in front, and it's gonna say right there, no entry. Right. Oh. Choosing any colors yet? Color is for what, Heather? The trailer? I think it's gonna be black because it's round tubing. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. I've also thought about coloring, painting it white, but I don't know. That's not gonna. I don't know. I've got to decide. I'll probably just keep it the color it is, because once I start grinding on the bottom of that trailer where I'm gonna put the 2 trailers together, I'm gonna have to flip it over and grind the paint off so we can weld that plate onto it, so I can hook the 2 trailers together. I'm gonna do some grinding, grind the paint off, or something. So I gotta get him. I gotta get him here first, and then I gotta have Brett come over and pick him up, take him back to his place. We'll put them together. We'll take the paint off the back bar, and take the trailer of the other one on the front bar. Take the paint off that, put them together, and weld them together, and then put a plate on the top and the bottom, so it has more secure, more sturdy. But that's my story, folks. It is 2:57. Yeah, Matt Black. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'll have primer on it, Willem, but I'm probably not going to be doing that here. I'll probably have to get him over to Brett's house. So yeah, we'll work on all that. We'll get all the painting done, get the welding done. I'm not too good of a welder. I can do a little bit of it. I can do spot welds, just little click here and a click there and a click there, but I can't weld from one end all the way to the other. I'm not that good. So I'll have Brett do it. He knows how to do welding. But yeah, it's been fun, guys. It's been enjoyable for this live stream. Obviously, nobody called me or texted me saying that there was problems out there, so I think, hopefully, it's the problem I had with this last live stream. Hope these problems ended. I think the notice I put in my video yesterday, I think the people that were doing that, I think they saw what I said. Maybe they got smart. Maybe they just decided to quit. I hope they did, because next time I'm taking legal action. Like I said, I'm calling police departments. I might have to be talking to a few attorneys, which I don't have the money for because they're very expensive around here. So yeah, if the problem's rear its ugly head again, Ken's going to help me. I know a few other people are going to help me, but that problem will be squashed. So, with that, guys, I think I'm going to call it quits. I got a couple of things I want to do before getting back on Zoom. Like I said, it's been fun. I had fun. Whether I'm going, someone asked me, in a text message, I don't know how the person got my phone number, but they asked me if I plan on doing any more live streams besides Tuesdays and Thursdays. I don't know. Depends on my schedule. If I got time for it, I might do one Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. but we'll have to see how that goes. I do plan on increasing how many live streams I'm doing, but with the shenanigans I had earlier this week, I've kind of got that on pause. So I'm going to go, guys. Hope you all have a great day. And I hope to see how people won't leave me alone. Yeah. Hopefully you all come back next Tuesday. Same time, same place. I'll probably have a few more intelligent topics to talk about instead of just nothing. But yeah. I will see you all next week. Hope you have a great day. I know I'm going to have a good day, so until then, I'll see you next time. And bye for now. Oh no, how do I shut all this down? Yeah, thanks for... Really? These people are just not going to leave me alone? Alright guys, I'm out of here. Catch you all later.